Back on Rovers Watch this week as we take a look at the latest transfer rumours to be linking Blackburn Rovers and, of course, the upcoming season. Who's the latest name on the lips? It's a defender. That's all I can tell you, and I'm going to come at you next. That's right, folks, back once again with another video. Today we're taking a look at Blackburn Rovers. The transfer rumour mill is in full flux this past week or so. I've been out and about. I'm playing catch-up this week, so we're going to give you all the latest rumours this week, starting with this one. And we'll get to it in a second. If you're new, where you been? Smash your subscribe and you want to stop shop for Blackburn Rovers right here under one Rooski. Of course, yeah, I've been away for about 2 and a bit weeks, trying to keep up with the transfer rumours. I'm going to start with a bit of a banger here in a second. Of course, we'll get into all that, of course, in a minute. If you're new, where you've been, smash your subscribe and you want to stop shop for Blackburn Rovers is right here under one Rooski. So let's get cracking and take a deep dive into this one. Who am I talking about? It's an old name, a name that's been linked with us for many, many seasons. It is Danny Batth, coming at you from the Birmingham world. I think it's actually stemmed from Alan Nixon. Reported that Danny Batth is on trial at Wolves, but it's definitely a name on the lips of Blackburn Rovers at the moment. So why are we linked with him? What could he bring to us? And of course, ultimately, will he fit the bill? So let's take a look at him in all his glory as we take a little look at the latest current name linked with Blackburn Rovers. So here he is in all his glory from last season, the 2023-2024 season for Norwich, who did make their playoffs. He is now surplus to requirements without a club. That's what's probably got Rovers interested, because we have no money to spend on fees. He is 33 years of age. We'll talk a little bit about that age in a minute. He's a whopping 191 centimetres tall. He is English, but can also, maybe represent India with some, links to there. Centre back, right-footed. Let's take a look at him. This is his position. He plays as either one of the centre backs, and of course, this is his stats for the current status right now. As you can see, very low across the ball. Creativity 33, attacking 33, technique 40, tackling 44. Defending is 63. Now, instantly, what does that do to Blackburn Rovers? Well, we are in a bit of a pickle at the moment. We currently have Hayden Carter on the books, Dominic Hyam as well. That is it in regards to senior centre-backs. Of course, Scotty Wharton out for a long term. Carl McFadzean, there's a conundrum with that. Don't know what's going on with his contract. So, we need numbers. And, of course, he would fit the bill in that regards. Here he is, of course, again last season, rocking the yellow and green, but this is his stats for the season. He only played 16 matches, started just 5 for Norwich, as definitely as a utility man, but played on average 38 minutes per week. He scored 1 goal in those 16 matches, and that goal was a headed goal, probably from a set piece, you would imagine. Let's take a look at his passing stats. 27.6 touches, accurate passes, 85% success rate with his passing. In his own half, 92% success rate. Long balls, just 32%. 1 clean sheet in those 16. That's not great stats there. And of course, in those 15, 16 games, no yellow cards or red, which of course is what you want to see. This is his heat map, as you can see. Probably more played on the right-hand side of a back four or definitely towards the right-hand side of the defensive numbers. And of course, when involved, it looks looking like he's involved with set pieces as well moving forward. This was his track record, and he's got quite a long list of clubs. Of course, Wolves being a familiar history to him. 212 games played for Wolves. Been on the books of Stoke, Wednesday, Sunderland as well. Player of the year for Sunderland. Norwich as well, 18 games. Colchester United and Middlesbrough, to name but a few. This is, of course, where he has played over the course of his time. For the most part, centre-back, but he has played at right-back when needed, of course, over the years. And this is, of course, his statistics for those games combined. Never played in the Premier League, which, of course, is crazy. He might have been on the books of these teams while in the Premier League, but never played. He has played a shit ton load of games in the Championship, a buttload of games in League One, and of course in the cups as well. This is him with Wolves captain's armband. Now that is something as a theme of the course of this week. I've looked at the players that we're looking at this week, and I'm recording all in a bunch. But this is a theme. Leadership is a theme, and of course not going for ancient players. Back end 30, mid 30s, lower 30s is also a theme. But leadership is definitely something that seems to be ringing out true. Now this is of course his valuation over the course of his career. Definitely towards the lower end now, of course, but he was at Wolves for a good portion of his career. Made a move to Stoke probably while they were in the Prem, I think, maybe, I don't know, but definitely no. I guess they weren't in the Prem, but he was valued once at €4 million. Now, I'm going to compare him to Carl McFadzean. That's the situation that we find ourselves in. I think this is where we're at. We are linked with a number of defenders of 30-some. Liam Cooper is another one with Leeds. McFadzean, I don't know what's going on there, why we're not why he's not getting signed up. But let's take a look at the two and compare them side by side. Both wearing headbands, that's right. Now, both valued in around about the same sort of valuation. Both right-footed. Danny Batth is a little bit taller and 4 years younger than Carl McFadzean. So, on paper, and again, both considered, I would say, successful in the grand scheme of things. Danny Batth ahead of Carl McFadzean would be, make a bit more logical sense long term. Maybe get a couple of years out of him. McFadzean is kind of like a year by year basis. Maybe that's what Carl's, dragging his heels at. Maybe he wants a bit more than that, or maybe he doesn't. He will be 38 this year. Danny Batth will be 34 probably at the start of the season as well. So lots to think about there. But, if you had to decide between these two, I know Carl's got that familiarity and understanding with Dom Hyam, and he was good. He was good last season when he was called upon. Danny Batth is a risk because you don't know what you're going to get with him. So but both are out of contract, and I don't know what's going on with Carl McFadzean. So that's the conundrum we find ourselves in. As you can see from the statistics, both played in and around about the same amount of games, around about 500 and some. Goals-wise, also pretty much even Stevens. 28 goals for Danny Batth, 27 for Carl McFadzean. Both played the highest level they've ever played as the Championship, averaging, what are we looking at here? Where's the clean sheets on this? I don't know. Clean sheets not listed on here, but very similar style sort of players. It is what it is. What I would not like to see, don't get me wrong, I think both are capable of being a Blackburn Rovers player for the season. But what I don't want to see is us signing both of these guys. I don't think there is room at Ewood Park, despite our threadbare squad, to have two aging centre-backs of similar stature here. If we play both of these guys, or if we play a 30-some-year-old left-footed defender and a 30-some right-sided defender, we might get our asses handed on a plate. I think we can only support one over the. I'm not being ageist. I'm an old guy myself, but I don't think we can support a team that's rocking two 30-some centre-backs to be in the saviour for the season. I can't see it. Either one or the other. And I think Liam Cooper can be thrown into the mix here. Liam Cooper, Danny Batth, Carl McFadzean. One of those three have got to become Blackburn Rovers players, realistically. And then that will go alongside Dom Hyam. That will go alongside Hayden Carter, Scotty Wharton, Matey Boy O'Riordan, and any other ones that you could throw in the mix. If we were to have a coin flip between these three, I probably would go Liam Cooper. I think that's his name, from Leeds. Yeah, that's the one. I think he's youngest. He's still got a little bit left in the tank, and I would offer him the 2-year deal. Anyway, let's go back to these kids here, these youngsters. The blue, I believe, is that of McFadzean, and the green is that of Danny Batth. So blue kind of trumps Danny Batth across the board here. Now, that's probably because Carl may have had more games last season. I don't know. Was on the books at Coventry, played a few games there, played a whole bunch of games for Rovers as well. So he has him. He has him on toast, but he also has him in the age bracket. So McFadzean's older, but he does look like he has a little bit more going about him these days. But maybe that's because Danny Batth didn't get the game time. He was player of the season before last for Sunderland. And of course, he went to Norwich and they were in the playoffs. He was part of that team. And that's what we need. We need experience. We need leaders. And again, that's a theme you will see across the board for these next transfer videos. So where am I at with this one? We need numbers, we need players, we need experience, and Danny Batth is an old name that's we've been linked with in the past. It would feel like we're looking like Tony Mowbray's old notes again, and that does my tits in when we start to look at players that we were linked with 2-3 seasons ago. And for me, this one feels like that. So I'm not that over the moon about it, but at this point, we're desperate. We need names. We need confirmation of Carl McFadzean to be here next season. We need confirmation of John Fleck to be here next season. And at the moment, I don't see where that's coming or when that's coming. So, you know, I would just want us to sign somebody, please, really. And Danny Batth would be fine. You know, right now, if he signs, he will get my backing, and you know, maybe he can compete for the captain's armband, because I think there is a conversation to be had. Who is going to be a captain for the start of the season? Will it be Lewis Travis? Will it be Dom Hyams? John Eustace full season at the helm? Those names are in the mix for sure, and I think Danny Batth could be also in that mix if he was to sign. But that's it. That's my take. We'll see what comes in it, Twitch. But until then, I'm out of it. Subscribe, smash the like, catch you later. But until then, we're done.